วัสดีค่ะ Guess what? We're in Kanjanaburi province, and if you didn't know anything about Kanjanaburi, it's actually a province that's very rich in natural resources, as the name says. Kanjana meaning gold and Buri meaning city, gold city. So not only natural resources, but also it's got a lot of mountains and forests, natural places that you can travel. And also, if you didn't know this about Thailand, there are 77 provinces and each province has a slogan. And the slogan for Kanjanaburi is
แคว้นโบราณด่านเจดีย์มณีเมืองการสะพานข้ามแม่น้ำแควแหล่งแร่น้ำตก
And the last thing she said was waterfall. So let's go and see the #1 waterfall in Kanjanaburi. This is the Erawan Waterfall. It's located in Erawan National Park. There are lots of things that you can do in the national park, such as camping, but the highlight is definitely the waterfall. There are a total of 7 levels, and it gets more and more beautiful as you go up. But today, I think it's just way too crowded, and you can't really get a good picture. You can't really go in for a good swim. It's just way too crowded. We're here at the Sinakarin Dam, and if you're looking for some of the the best, most scenic spot for picture taking or anything in Kanjanaburi, and this is where you have to come. Amazing! This dam is actually named after the princess who was the mother of King Rama IX. She's obviously now the grandmother of the current King Rama X. And this is the main power source of Kanjanaburi. This is where all the power supply is coming from to be used within the province.
ขณะนี้เราก็พามาเที่ยววัดป่าเรไรซึ่งเป็นวัดเก่าแก่ของจังหวัดกาญจนบุรีอายุประมาณ 400-500 ปีแล้วนะคะเพราะว่าวัดนี้กำเนิดมาตั้งแต่สมัยอยุธยาเป็นจุดยุทธศาสตร์ของการทำสงครามที่พม่ายกทัพมาตีเมืองไทยนะคะ
Okay, so basically as a translation, this temple was constructed during the Ayutthaya period, and it has been, these are basically the real constructions, the real buildings that were made during that period, and that was a very long time ago, and it was constructed during the war between Thai and Myanmar. Welcome to the giant rain tree, and they said that 10 people can actually encircle around the trunk of the tree, and the entire diameter is actually 51 meters. So it's believed that there's a tree spirit, and then by decorating the trunk of the tree with all of these cloths, they're gonna appease the tree spirits. We're gonna make the tree spirits very happy. Traditional old beliefs.
วันนี้พาแทนมาทานอาหารที่ท่าม่วงมื้อแรกร้านคาเฟ่เดอการเวลาเมนูของเราวันนี้ก็คือยำขนมจีนใส่ปลาทูปลาร้าด้วยและสลัดปูอัดไข่กุ้งน้ำจิ้มซีฟู้ดสุดยอดแล้วแทนเป็นตะตอเลย
So basically we're here at the Timeless Cafe, or it's basically a farm cafe, because all of the produce here is organic. So these vegetables that you're seeing, they're very organic. It's all salad. Thais really have to eat and we can't live without. It's basically like a noodle thingy, but it's like a dough. It's not really noodle. It's dough made into like a noodle shape. It's ขนมจีน อร่อยไหมคะ
อร่อยมากค่ะเพิ่มผักด้วยนะคะเนี่ยค่ะ
Hey guys, so this is the bridge crossing the River Kwai. Basically, this is the River Kwai Yai. In order to understand the importance of this bridge, we have to know a little bit about, I guess, the history of how it was built, which was during the World War II when the British and the American forces were at war with the Japanese. The Japanese had basically ordered the prisoners of war to build this railway. And the entire railway extends all the way to Myanmar, where the British have settled their forces and the Japanese have settled their forces here in Kanjanaburi province. In order to understand the difficulty that the soldiers or the prisoners of war had to go through in order to build this bridge, we're gonna have to check out the Death Railway. This is the Death Railway. Now, why is it called the Death Railway? The number of deaths here is pretty shocking. Now, just to give you some information, there were both prisoners of war, which are the British soldiers, American soldiers, Australian, and also the Dutch soldiers that were taken in by the Japanese as prisoners, and also some Asian workers. They also worked here building this entire railway. Now, during the construction, lots of them have died due to the fact that they had to sleep here in the jungle, harsh conditions, not enough medical care. Just to give you the numbers, most of the Asian workers that died were about 90,000 in total. Most of them are Malaysian workers. For the prisoners of war, about 15,000 of them had died. So if you just total it up, it would be over 100,000 deaths building this railway, in which the Japanese insisted they needed it to be built as fast as possible.
And careful, it's very deep.
Okay guys, the name of this museum is JET War Museum, basically Japanese, English, American, Thai, and Holland. Yep. Look at how skinny the soldiers are. Basically, I read just now they were forced to eat like one rice soup per day. So those are the prisoners of war, and over there we've got the Japanese soldiers. Pretty sad. So this is basically a railway wagon. The Japanese used this as a prison, basically to keep those prisoners captive in there, like that. Okay, this was how the Japanese soldiers traveled around in Kanjanaburi province. Where are you going, soldiers? Where are you going? We all know what they're doing. They're looking for some women, of course.
How much we go by helicopter to Myanmar?
$20.
Okay, let's go. So if we travel to Myanmar by this wagon, how much it cost?
50 cents.
Oh, very cheap. So let's go. So how about this luxury Mercedes to Myanmar? How much?
$50.
Okay, let's go.